The North American Mission Board offering in the most recent data was $56.6 million. With the new call of the priority of church planting, I'm told by their leader in an interim basis and their team that they believe they can plant at least another additional 1,000 churches, resulting in more evangelism, student missionaries being deployed for university campuses, and be able to address in an aggressive way the metro and the urban areas of North America, as well as those underserved regions in North America. You see, that is what the Great Commission Resurgence report is about. It is about penetrating the darkness in North America as well as across the world. I was reminded this morning in the Word of God out of Romans chapter 15, verse 20. So my aim is to evangelize where Christ has not been named. Wow. That was the aim, to take the gospel to places where the gospel has never been before. Oh, I'm telling you today, I could spend a long time talking about all of this report. But let me just say this clearly, and then we will begin our discussion together. We climb on the shoulders of our forefathers of the 1845 convention that said that we are about directing the energies of the whole denomination in one sacred effort for the propagation of the gospel. There was a day and time when everything went to the propagation of the gospel. We climb on the shoulders of that same group along with the 1925 convention that created what we believe in a humble way, a genius financial program called the Cooperative Program. We climb on the shoulders of the 1979 convention that literally began to shake the very essence and foundation of this denomination, believing in, once again, the inerrancy and the infallibility of the Word of God. And today, in 2010, what are we going to do? This is our moment. This is our time. The future is now. This past Sunday, I had the privilege of preaching at the First Baptist Church of Plant City, Florida, in their 2 morning services. Right before I walked out to do the first service, one of their staff members handed me a card that looks like this, and he was saying and talking to me about his children who are serving overseas. I hurriedly put it in my pocket, and then in between services, he was hosting us, and I pulled that card out, and I read the names, Brian, Karen, and Corey Beth Robinson, who are serving as International Mission Board missionaries in South Asia or in the country of India. He said, you know what, Ronnie? He said, I called her yesterday. We talked to each other yesterday. And when we talked to each other yesterday, I asked her if there was anyone that she wanted me to say hello to at the convention. And she said, Daddy, tell them to vote for that GCR because we don't want to come home. We want to stay here for the cause of Jesus Christ. And that daddy, big old tears began to swell up in his eyes, and he began to talk about his children serving overseas. And I asked him, I said, what is it like to go and tell your child goodbye? And those tears just rushed in his eyes, and Gina and I were sitting there. And he said, we only say to one another, I love you. I'll see you later. My friends, I want to say to you today that the very heartbeat of what we have done for 1 year is exactly what you've asked us to do, to tell Southern Baptist how we believe we can more effectively and faithfully fulfill the Great Commission.